Hello, and welcome to the Stranger Things Live episode 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, with Ikaros. Because in it, I don't know, in the background you'll see Star Wars Battlefront 2004 gameplay. I know, exhilarating. Um,
and how like new gameplay, you know what I mean?
I don't want loads of. Yeah, I know how to play the game. Right. Anyway, what have we got this week in the Guru scoop? Let's see. They announced Crash Bandicoot 4. But it's kind of a hot topic
Oh, yeah.
because they said it will have microtransactions. That's basically like,
Did we even properly intro it?
well,
Anyway, my name's Zikara, so bro, check me out.
and if you don't, then you've
Anyway,
illegaled.
on with the
I just threw a grenade at my own teammate. Anyway,
on with the topics then. So we've got Doctor Disrespect being disrespected
yeah.
and Anthony.
This is a weird one because people don't know exactly what's happened. It's on Twitch, by the way, so we should probably not speak much of this, for fear of me getting banned. But we'll just put it this way.
I doubt we'll get banned if we don't sort of like chat stuff behind Twitch's back, but like we're just sort of like
We'll just put it this way.
we're just addressing it. We're not,
We'll
like,
just put it
trying
this
to.
way. Do you really need to give a reason? Like, it's perfect. Like, obviously they have the power to ban anyone. That's the website. Nothing's actually Twitch doing wrong. But it's really the high ground for them, and it will help them if they say, what's the reason? What exactly have you done? And obviously if that doesn't happen, then, well, you got the disrespect, don't you?
The disrespect.
Actually,
Like,
awful this game.
I don't think there's any clear reasons why.
There was like loads of stuff that happened ages ago, but you know they don't ban like Alinity for loads of stuff that happens now. To be honest.
Sure.
So anyway, let's move on before I have no career. To let's see. What have we got? We've got the Liverpool sealing the Premier League. I think that's something that was already a thing last week, but we didn't really speak about it.
Yeah. We sort of just brushed by it.
It was literally we were halfway speaking about what was it? We were halfway into speaking about what games sequels would be good to be released, and then you're like, did you know the Liverpool's are champions? And I'm like, yes.
For the first time in 30
The
years.
first time in the current version.
Nearly triple of us when
Do,
we've seen that.
they really upgraded the system software and then decided not to let it work. Is that let's see if we can get it. But
We don't really talk about that at the start.
which anyway, next. So obviously they've won. This is not next, by the way.
Obviously, the obvious.
They've obviously won, but the thing is, everyone's surprised that they've won now, and I'm surprised they didn't win last year or the year before that even. Man City just sort of clawed it. It took Man City winning to win the other ones, and it took Man City losing to get this one.
I mean, to be fair, it's not Manchester City, the side that they've got. It's hard to beat, to be fair.
They sort of just fluffed it this season, to be comparably honest. They were like, I wonder what we should do. Maybe diss the rest of the sidemen too. And then
I wonder why they didn't reply, because my man was died.
because they have a solid side. Anyway, Um, this will probably like since there's the lockdown, but it's like slowly being lifted now. A lot more stuff is going to be coming available again, but in a different perspective of looking at it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so what things do you think people will still not do, even if they can?
Games go all the
All the games being given out for free because of the
Well,
lockdown.
something that will happen, Stranger Things, finally, will
Yeah.
probably come back.
Put it this way, by the end of July, there'll probably be an even lower lockdown version
Yeah.
where we're available to film it. So there you go. I'm thinking of
Well, at
doing
least
some like on
At the
narrative.
moment, we could do it, but we can't. It's like
We could do it, but we'd just rather not at the moment.
yeah, it's just sort of like at that moment where it's just like
You got
we
these.
should just not.
You can either get a 5 minute bit of comedy clip or a 1 hour lot of comedy audio. So which one?
Yeah.
I'm rolling off the map here.
Bro, see, this is the content that you.
That's what you get for rolling off the map.
Have you seen the new Cyberpunk trailer as well? That's been released.
Oh yeah. Cyberpunk. Now I don't know about Cyberpunk because they keep delaying it.
I've seen like they showed a very small snippet of like the gun combat, and it looks just like they've straight up ripped it from every other gun combat.
Well, you can't really expect them to revolutionize that.
Yeah.
Like every new game brings something to the table. Oh, I see a
It looks like
guy.
it could be the GTA to rival GTA if it gets that popular, because it's like you talk about this place called Night City, which looks like the sort of exploration format. It's just like I guess you can do quests and stuff.
Hmm.
And they also show a clip of like your guy or some guy robbing the store, which obviously GTA vibes.
I feel like it's gonna be better than GTA. Not only because think about it this way. They started making the game in 2012, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like just them starting making the GTA. Not the Cyberpunk. They started making GTA 5 sumptuously in around 2010 after they'd finished the DLCs for GTA 4. And then that got announced a year later, and they'd already did really well with that. They're apparently only just now starting making GTA 6, but they made Cyberpunk for 8 years, and well, they made it for realistically they made it for 5 years, 6 years after the Witcher 3 DLCs came out.
I guess you could sort of call it the GTA 6, that GTA 6 isn't happening.
The thing is, I feel like Cyberpunk's going to be better than GTA. But if they really bang it like they did with Red Dead 2 for GTA 6, I feel like they've got it. You know, Rockstar's got that cusp back with a sort of game that they're releasing. So the more that they put out these games that are gonna try and rival GTA, obviously the better chance there's gonna be something that's better than GTA. And GTA is good, so if they rival GTA and get it better, then there you go. You know, win-win.
Yeah.
Well, not for Rockstar, who, you know, I can milk you with the moments, but other than that, you know, it's all fine.
Yeah.
I've just got a grenade launcher at close range. You.
Something that you probably aren't very knowledgeable on, but is a big thing in everyone's books at the moment. Well, not everyone's, but in people's books at the moment. Pokemon new DLC released before, and also they've announced the Pokemon that are going to come out in the next DLC. Do you know what I mean?
So what? Because they didn't.
Sort of games through.
I get it this way. They didn't release all the Pokemon instantly, like they did with the other
No,
games.
but they were planning to just never actually release like the national vets, but now they're like slowly updating DLC, gradually bringing each battle generation back.
So you're saying in the end it'll have all the Pokemon?
I assume, like literally, they've added like loads of main Pokemon now. They've added like, well, apparently they're adding all the legendaries, which is like every single box cover that has happened, and all like other ones like Shaman and all that, like the extra legendaries, and they've added like loads of the starters back as well, like the Hoenn starters, so like Blaziken, Tactile, like Swampert and that. So.
Oh wait, something we didn't speak about because it happened on the same day, didn't it? Which was Pokemon Unite or whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah.
We might have spoke about this for a little bit, but fully as a topic. There's no reason. There's literally zero reason for them to release it. Like people are like, oh, yes, remake Sinnoh. No, let's remake League of Legends. That's what you wanted.
Yeah.
Get Tyler one to rage on Screech stream with that one.
I mean, I get why they did it to sort of flex out the people who like Pokemon, but no one who currently likes Pokemon.
Currently likes that. It's like giving Fortnite.
Trying to get people from League to get interested in.
Actually, it's not giving Fortnite that. It's like giving Minecraft the building from Fortnite. No one wants. Not one person. Like you've collabed
Like,
two
some
big things.
Like some things, it's like, oh well, you didn't ask for them. But
I just killed my own guy. I'm not good at this game. They just really what they need to do, Pokemon and Nintendo as a general, is they've just started getting this not as good as a company as it was a couple of years ago. Like, if you see Nintendo in 2015 banging out some of the maddest games just to sort of put a little bit of life into the Wii U, you know what I mean? And now here they are, struggling to not like put all microtransactions into the phone games that they're making. Like, great, Nintendo are releasing games for other platforms, phones, but great, Nintendo aren't releasing games for other platforms at the same time.
It just it pains me to think that Pokemon will just forever be like Nintendo.
Like, what Game Freak or whoever it was who makes Pokemon needs to do is get the priority straight and notice that Sony and Xbox are going to be paying more for Pokemon than Nintendo. And considering they didn't remake Sinnoh and instead made a free game, it seems that money is a great interest of them.
Yeah.
So if they really wanted more money, they'd sign with the other two.
Wasn't in charge of Pokemon Unite. That
Well,
wasn't like to do with them.
I know, but like
They only agreed to have like the rights.
it's also Game Freak and the Pokemon Company who have a joint deal with Nintendo. You get what I mean? To put the Pokemon game, like Game Freak, has like main Pokemon game making license, obviously,
Yeah.
but it's, you know, Pokemon can just say to anyone, "Here's you can make a game, whatever," and then just because that's part of like the thing that Game Freak does, and then because Game Freak just can't control that. As soon as you start, you know, changing the meta in which games you want to release, it looks, you know, it just sort of looks bad on Game Freak, who's probably making a Sinnoh remake, to be completely honest. Pokemon Let's Sinnoh Pikachu. Anyway, next non-Pokemon topic. You got anything else that you would like to converse on
Well,
with?
let's get off the subject of Pokemon then. What is really bopping the bop at the moment then?
What's really bopping the bop?
What is it that's bopping the bop?
They released a beta for Crossfire X on Xbox. I don't know if you've heard about it.
What is it?
It's sort of, well, it's like Warframe, but it had Rainbow Six, and like a baby happened, and then
Well, speaking of that though, something that two things to do with superheroes happened this week. The Avengers PS4 exclusive. Well, it looks like it's going to be a PS4 exclusive.
it's not because I saw it posted on Xbox.
Or it's going to be a timed exclusive at least. But
They both have marketing rights for some reason, which is a bit strange, but you know.
But apparently the whole beta for Avengers game is going to be on PS4 for people who pre-order it. So you pre-order it and you get to play the beta in like what, a month's time. And also Iron Man VR as well. Got released. I've not seen any people play it, but like based on what I've pretty good. I mean, it's a good idea making Iron Man VR because like who doesn't want to be Iron Man?
Like Iron Man VR, I feel like in concept is better than Spider-Man PS4, but obviously, see it being a VR game, it's like VR games good, but most VR games are like little experiments.
But it's sort of just like you have to make so much though.
Yeah.
Actually sort of succeed in it.
It's just like if consoles just had better VR, they could be used as these proper dedicated VR systems as well as a gaming console, and make some it's in this time where they're trying to make VR exclusives for the games. Obviously PS is the only one with a VR. I mean, you could count Switch with the stupid cardboard over your face, but that's not really how it works.
But having a cardboard box in your head isn't the most ideal VR.
This game was good when it had Xbox Live, by the way, but now you can't. If it literally they revived the servers for a couple of days. Notice no one was playing it. Everyone was playing Battlefront 2, and got.
But yeah, I feel like I might get the new Iron Man VR. Looks like a very in game.
I feel like it's gonna be really dizzy though. It's one of them dizzy VR games. Because think about it, they're going in all axes with the stupid.
Again, every VR game can be dizzy, so it's like it just sort of depends.
Yeah, but think about it like this. Right, the Half-Life Alyx, yeah. They only made that because a Portal VR got everyone dizzy. If there was a Portal VR, everyone would just be like have no head anymore. But let's speak about that then. VR titles which might have a big ones. So
at the moment, I really like Rec Room. Like I want to stream it at the moment. Just like it's like it is when you say VR Roblox, it's like Roblox, but it's actually good games on it.
I feel like calling a sandbox game Roblox has started to just be a problem for the game. Like everyone's saying, oh, there's a new Roblox game. Excuse me, I don't want to play Roblox. And then they're like, they're like, well, no, I don't mean that. I just mean it's sort of like Roblox. Yeah, Roblox isn't good though. It's like saying something's like Fortnite.
Yeah.
And then
so it's like a shooter. Literally, Rec Room Battle Royale is better than Fortnite.
well, yeah, of course.
VR. Second of all, it's actually not like pay to win. Well, it's not really a pay to win. But
pulling a muscle while not moving is better than Fortnite. The cramp you get after having pins and needles is better than Fortnite. You're like they're trying to move at the same time as trying to not move. Because if you move too much, it's just gonna hurt. And if you move too little, then you have to move too little too much, and then it'll hurt more for longer. So it's really that balance you need in pins and needles after cramp that really gets you. Anyway.
Best worst thing ever.
Yes, I'm being operated on and I got pins and needles. But honestly, VR titles, obviously they're gonna host the Game Awards again this year, if it's some sort of virtual show probably. And obviously last year, there's not gonna be some massive bombshell like a new console reveal like there was last year. You know, they're gonna go about the Game of the Year and stuff. So what do you think's gonna get the Game of the Year? In the nominees, we're definitely gonna be seeing Cyberpunk. We're gonna be seeing Last of Us 2.
It's too late to sort of judge. It's like too early to sort of judge.
Yeah. I feel like the possibilities we're seeing at the moment a Cyberpunk, The Last of Us, and Ghost of Tsushima. Maybe Spider-Man at the end of the year, because well, actually, I'm pretty sure it comes out for like the 2021 one. But
Yeah.
you know, there will be a few games
Yeah,
that
if Spider-Man's in the 2021, I mean, it does come out this year, though, doesn't it?
if Spider-Man gets in the 2021 one, I'm sorry, but it's not winning.
How? Yeah.
Fam, there's like 500 games they revealed that came out in 2021 just that year.
Yeah.
Like Spider-Man's gonna be good, but I feel like there's that sequel thing where it's gonna be good, but it's just gonna be the first one, but it's called number 2, and maybe you've
But
changed
it's
who.
gonna be a new story. You can't say that it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, The Last of Us 2 is a new story.
It's gonna be one of the top 5 games of the year, no matter what you say.
The Last of Us 2 is a new story. And
You can't base Last of Us 2 off Spider-Man's.
I know I can't compare
Great
comparisons to comparisons, but it's ready to be wary about these things, especially when people are there like, I know this is gonna be good, then they spend the 60 quid or whatever, it's not good, and now they can't afford to eat for the next week.
What? Like, who are we talking about here?
Probably everyone who wanted The Last of Us 2. Rebels lost. I killed my own guy because I'm pretty sure he was the thing that was stopping me from capturing my own thing. I've just captured a command post. Anyway, what was I saying? VR again and Game of the Awards. I feel like best VR game of the year is probably 100% going to Half-Life. You can't really not give Half-Life, props, and especially when Valve is basically the company that started VR getting popular recently. Obviously VR was mainly a little like niche thing that people were like, yeah, it's there, but I'd rather just play my traditional flat screen. And then Valve came out and HTC with a HTC Vive. HTC Vive, yes. After obviously the Oculus Rift did really well. But actually, I'm pretty sure the Oculus Rift came out before.
Well, VR is VR no matter what VR you have. It's just...
Yeah, I don't mean that. I mean,
what the Vive's doing is a lot more sort of real.
I don't mean that. I mean like the Oculus Rift beta thing was out in 2014. Everyone felt that was good, and it was like, yeah, but it needs some more. You know what I mean? Because it didn't have a controller. You could just look around. And then in 2017 or whenever they did it, they came out with the Vive, and then PSVR was like, yeah, we're going to be a thing now, and VR just proper like skyrocketed. Because think about it this way, the Oculus Quest wasn't out, and that's the only like proper good standalone one, and that came out last year, but that wasn't out. So people was like, I wonder how I could get VR for like the same price but not need a PC. And PSVR is the same price as a PS.
Yeah.
So obviously it's the same price as a VR. So if you pay for a PS and a VR, it's cheaper than buying
I was going to
a
get the
computer.
Quest, but then I realised, well, why not have both? Well, see, the Quest is like, what, 500?
Yeah.
The PS4 and the PSVR altogether is about 600. So I'm paying 100 more to actually have like a full standalone console as well with it.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's like wireless standalone, more transportable and everything, but to have the PS4 and it is sort of like my decision at the moment, just like that.
Yeah, I feel like it's a much better deal to get the PSVR if you're looking for a VR to play, while also play you want to do normal games. The Oculus can do that to an extent actually. If you can get like certain games and it'll play like a theater mode inside of it, if you get what I mean, and then you get a controller. But obviously that's not for everyone, so the PSVR is probably just a better deal anyway. But when they brought out all this stuff, as I was saying, like the Oculus and the HTC Vive, which was when Valve was like, if we bring this out, it's gonna make people know that's what VR's gonna be the next thing. You know what I mean? So obviously they brought it out, and they were like, it's gonna be perfect now. We have VR that we can make games on, and people actually buy it because people know what VR is now. So I don't need scenes from the Star Wars from 3002. Actually, it's a long time ago, so 2017. But anyway, one of the main deals with VR now is that they've brought it out. Say it just instantly, like, here's all the stuff. They need to ease themselves in, because if they say someone buys a full price VR or whatever for how much it costs, and then they don't see any good games, because no offense to any games that came out in 2017 for VR, but VR was really a new thing then, and there was no reason to buy a VR. You know what I mean? But now there's many. Now there's many. Obviously, like, people will be buying those games more and see that,
Especially
you know.
If they want to overtake PS in the next console war, VR is like a huge step to do it.
The one excuse for Sony people will just be like, oh, did you know Xbox copied Sony because they had the VR? That's like saying Xbox copied PlayStation because they have a controller.
But like, even if people say that, so what? Like, literally, if Xbox have a VR, then that's gonna be like a huge thing for it. So.
It really will push them forward. Anyway, let's speak about Nintendo again for a bit, and the little fall that they've been doing. Nintendo, if you think of Nintendo, like in 2015, as I said, banging out some madders for the Wii U, sort of reviving it a little bit. Obviously, they got Microsoft to release Minecraft on the Wii U of all things. So you know, it was going well, and then here we are. Here we are now. Well, literally in 2015, they released what? Splatoon, which, you know, did some bits. They did, what's its name?
The Wii U was so like good, but it was bad.
It was like, it was a good console. It was a good console. It worked fine, but it wasn't a good console. Like, it's basically it's the equivalent, yeah, of someone asking for an apple, because they love apples so much. Not apple device, just apples, like the fruit, and then you give them an orange. Sure, and they like oranges. Like, sure, oranges are fine, but they didn't ask for oranges. Like, it's, you know, like, it's not the preferred thing, but the orange is you know, I can do with the orange. And the Switch is basically that, but you can take the sides off, and you can take the console off as well. The thing is, what I don't get about the Wii U, yeah, is it's more powerful than the Switch. Even if it's by a small degree, it is. But they just never got games to look as good on the Wii U. Even though the Wii U gamepad screen, I'm pretty sure, was 1080p, while the Switch one is 720p. Right, I'm sorry, but it's unacceptable to have a screen at 720p these days. Sorry, people on the stream who I'm streaming at 720p to, but it's a game from 2004. What do you expect? Full crisp 4K, stupid Harry Potter wizardry, stupid movement of the stream happenings. Plus, you're here for the audio, aren't you? So stop looking at the screen, because I'm just gonna spin in circles now. Anyway, no. Actually, I would have said that, and it would have happened after I started doing it. Because of the weird delay that happens.
That's mad as that, you know.
What should we should talk about streaming on next gen next. Because, you know, streaming on this gen's fine. But they really are trying, that's one of the things that they're trying to do, you know what I mean? Like, they've added a share button to the Series X controller, so you can start streaming from there. But the thing is, it's also unacceptable. Now, I know that I've not, but like, it's sort of unacceptable to be wanting to fully make a living off streaming without a PC. Like, streaming for the fun of it, like me, it's fine to just stream off the thing. But, like, if you don't have the proper setup, you're probably never gonna get anywhere. Like, barely any streamers that are successful even, like, don't have... I'm pretty sure it's, like, what, 2 or 3 that don't have Facecam and have over 1,000 followers or something like that. Has to be.
I need to disable my chat because it's really, like, sort of holding me back, you know?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you either disable your chat... Like, the way it works on Xbox, which, I'm sorry, is better than PlayStation, is that it shows up on your screen, but not on the stream. Which I don't see why they can't do that for PS, you know what I mean? Like, do the viewers really need to see that you've been streaming for 29 minutes and someone said yo in the chat 3 minutes ago? No. That's literally things that's on... The chat's there and the amount of time you've been streaming for is also there. So there's literally zero reason. Right. Oh, what? I just got Warzone style RPG. Anyway. What was he on about? Streaming next gen. PS has it, I'm pretty sure they're trying to do a different thing as well. Which is make it more... It's easier to just like... Oh look, here's a clip I did. Mad, you know what I mean? Or something like that. It's obviously a massive dub. But... A massive dub on both sides. I mean, I feel like... you should just stream off a PC anyway. But obviously capture cards... PCs are expensive. A capture card, which streams 1080p now, is about 100 quid. Which, for some streamers, is like, oh yeah, I got this much in donations in 3.2 seconds. But for the average person... Oh, I'm the last guy... Okay, I'm not. I lost before that happened, apparently. But... Obviously, capture cards are about 100 quid each now. So obviously, you don't want that happening. So what I would say what should be done, yeah, instead, is am I doing this one? Can't tell which one I'm doing. Oh yeah, I'm doing this. What I was saying is it's you more and more want to stream off a PC, but more and more also just want to stream easily. Now, streaming off a PC, while it's really easy, some people just rather... What am I saying? Some people would just rather stream in peace with the sort of setup I do. Tutorial on Vexbug's channel. Other people would just be like, instead of that, why don't we stream off a PC and see how it goes? But obviously, in that range, it's going to be difficult. Now, I said I'm going to start streaming in 2021, and I'm still trying to hold to that. I mean, a stream now, but I mean, like, start streaming, if you get what I mean. With the PC in 2021. Even if not that, I'll stream sort of like this, but playing PC games. I don't know what PC games to try out, though. You got any good examples of PC games that aren't on other stuff I could have a look at?
I don't know, really. Because I've never had a PC myself, so I couldn't say.
There's a few ones I've been looking at, but I feel like the games I like are just not streamable. Like, I like No Man's Sky, but it's not really streamable. I mean, I streamed it once. It just doesn't work. It's like it's a good but really monotonous game. You know, you're doing this one thing for this certain amount of time. Isn't something that the stream will want to see. Like the only monotonous games that people watch on stream is battle royales and battle royales and League of Legends sort of games. So I guess that's why Pokemon made the League of Legends sort of game, so people would watch it live. That's definitely the reason. Anyway, enough with streaming on next gen, because that's something that really shouldn't be happening, to be honest. Like, it should be easy now, and you shouldn't need a capture card, because you know how well integrated Xbox is on Windows. Not that well, but but when it does work, it works well. But the thing is, couldn't you just, like, say you stream off your Xbox, but you stream into OBS, and then OBS actually streams, so you could add your overlays and stuff, and your face cam and whatever, and you don't even need a capture card. Microsoft is fully available to do that, completely, 100% able to do that right at this very moment. But instead, they feel, you know, that's how it's gonna work. I'm shooting, like, predictively to this thing, and it's just not working. Right. Microsoft could do it well, but they just don't really. So, you know, that's an L that will have to be took. Plus, we've not thought about how, you know, how Mixer will be happening now because of, you know... The fact is, they've shut down Mixer. Microsoft owns Mixer. It was the Xbox platform for streaming, you know what I mean?
So... like how Twitch is for PS, it's just sort of like the thing that is
yeah, but, like, Sony has no say in shutting Twitch down.
Yeah, true.
Microsoft's there, like, stream to Mixer. Here's Mixer tab, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean,
PS is like, oh, here's some streams of this game.
it's like, as soon as you press broadcast, it automatically recommends you Twitch. So like how when you're broadcasting that, it automatically puts you on Mixer, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure what they're going to try and do now is just the same as PS, where they sort of don't fully have one, but they have Twitch, you know what I mean? And that's the way that people are going to be starting streaming now. Anyway.
PS have fucked with it, so I'm pretty sure Xbox will.
Yeah. Anyway, it's going to be my catchphrase from now on. What we didn't say about in the last stream was properly, a proper topic we covered, was the Mandem, what we're going to be doing about the Mandemic Studios Productions Stranger Things. Or Stranger Things.
Well, the Mandem, which was the thing that actually inspired to me, it's probably never going to happen. I mean,
Yeah.
it might be, but it's...
The Mandem's probably just vaporware at this point. It's not going to be made. But for Stranger Things itself, we sort of covered this earlier. It's going to be coming back when we feel it can. We have a few episodes lined up, or at least I do. So I guess I'll reveal them to you at the first time now. If I could find them on Apple Pages of all things. Are they anywhere here? That's... Oh, it might be above, actually. Oh, wait, I think, yeah. I think this is it. Okay, so we've done 3 episodes, haven't we? Which is... Episode 1 was just based on Stranger Things. Episode 2, Ghostbusters. Episode 3, The Terminator. Episode 4, we're doing Back to the Future, but we've not done it yet. And episode 5 and 6, we don't really know what's going on with them, do we? I mean, we can figure it out ourselves, but it's going to be based on 80s movies. And then season 2, based off 90s movies, we got 2 episodes, or at least I've got 2 episodes. I'm wondering how we'll do Toy Story and Titanic. I feel like the Woody and Buzz thing would just be mad with how we do it, though. So, yeah, I don't know about Titanic. I'll just play the boat. Alf, what did the Titanic do? Oh, it did the thing. Anyway, so that's what we've got there. I mean, we've got 4 unnamed episodes set in the 90s, and we don't know about if season 3 and season 4 will actually happen. I mean, it depends on what happens with season 1, to be honest, if we're even doing season 2. We might just move on to more projects instead of that. Because I feel like we've restricted ourselves a lot. Like, it has to be set in the 80s, it has to be based on a film, it has to be based on Stranger Things, we have to use the same characters.
Well, we don't have the same characters, it has to be based on the same characters.
Well, yeah, we got Tinga the Cop, and we got Seven. So obviously Seven has the mind powers, Tinga the Cop has the intimidation powers. And the how you go, changing out things. Them are rare occurrences, you know what I mean? So I don't know. We might do different projects. That aren't Stranger Things.
We'll see when this film ends.
Yeah, we'll see when the Stranger Things ends. So we got 3 more episodes to have a look. I mean, we might be the people who make the Mandem, but without the. Well, I forgot what I think we were just gonna call him Mr. Intimidate, like from the Mandem. Because it was based off the Logan Paul thing at the start of 2018, the first one. There is a big scary secret, and that trailer's not up, by the way, because we didn't put it up. It's 18 seconds mad thing, but we're not putting the trailer up because it's not being made. It's like Disney saying we're cancelling the next stupid Toy Story 5 or whatever that they're deciding they were making before for some reason. And then like, no.
There's no need for another one.
There's no need for another anything that Disney has made a new one of. Every Star Wars movie is a good ending. Like every Star Wars movie is an ending to the Star Wars franchise. Realistically, like the first Star Wars film could have been the one that was released, only the first one. I don't mean like A New Hope, I mean like Episode 1. That could just be the entire franchise. People like that so much. I know people don't like that so much, but you know. If they did. I mean, I feel like if they started making Star Wars any time after they did, it would just seem outdated. The problem, like, they can make Star Wars now, because it's like, if they started making Harry Potter films now, it just wouldn't work. It worked before because it was like back then that sort of movie was like yes, we like that sort of storytelling in the films. But now films based on books, for example, are getting even less popular. And then other thing like that whole sort of genre of films just isn't working. The real films that you know proper happen now, superhero films, action films, and then animated films. That's literally like the 3 that happen. Like you don't really see adverts for other ones, do you? You're there in the cinema. It's like total action, and then it's action total, and you're like, bro, which one am I watching? You're watching Action Ultimate.
Total is action.
1 + 1. What % of that is 1? War. You know, it's like it's a lot of everything is oversaturated at the moment as well. I feel like Stranger Things will bring a new vibe.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like our biggest inspiration, to be honest, at least mine, is Steven Tries his videos.
Yeah.
He just goes around, actually, you know.
Just skipped everything.
There's a park bench. Something happened there. Whoa.
It could be like the most normal, humane thing ever, and Stephen finds a way to skip it.
Yeah. So we do that except for with the narrative properly. Like he sort of makes it like a reality, you know what I mean? It's like this is what some guy does somewhere, you know what I mean? Or this is what they did in this TV show, which is based off of a real thing. But we're doing like, oh, did you know that he has mind powers? Oh yeah, have we settled that 7 is male versus 11's female? Well,
I don't know if you can tell, but I'm male, so.
I don't know. The first time I saw 11, I was like, which one? From some mad reflection technology in this game. Not one command post is owned by the enemy. Let me go and get it. Oh, I think it is actually. Forget what I said. And then we're working. I think I don't know. We might work on the prison documentary, but considering this lockdown's been so lifted, we're going to focus on, reviving the thing.
On the ping things
Yeah.
at the moment.
Now, the one we've not got like the first ever episode up on YouTube. It's because I can't find it. I'm looking for all the DMs where I sent you the 56-second video file or whatever it was, of the full thing, and I just can't find it. I remember, right, it'll probably be either July the 23rd or August the 23rd when the next episode comes out of Stranger Things, because it's always the 23rd. Anything? Yeah, let's go into a little section of things you want to plug. Mainly because I want to plug some stuff.
I feel like we should change the name of this podcast.
To the Mandem or something.
Something more like relevant. Because like you said, if we're going to stop Stranger Things, it's sort of a weird name to call a podcast, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like they're starting doing a stupid Harry Potter live because Daniel Radcliffe is in it. Daniel Radcliffe, what? Yeah, I guess we'll change it. We'll call it
like FNC Live or like something.
Mandemic Live.
Yeah, but Mandem involves other people and at the moment.
Excuse me, what other people?
Well, Kenzie, but
Excuse me. How dare you inbow blasphemy upon the gods of Stranger Things members? No, but realistically, if he wants to join, he will, but he'll just leave after 2 seconds, so there's no point. I mean, actually, isn't, who was it? Luke sort of getting involved, but then he just sort of headed out.
Again.
Because he was looking at the channel, so. If you're here, Luke, I don't know why you're here, what you're doing with your life. Anyway, things you want to plug. I'm plugging the new EP I've released, Apparitions.
Oh, yeah.
Go and check it out. The last song came out recently, and well, wait a minute, because it doesn't actually have numbers, my EP, so it's just music for the. What was I gonna say? It's got 7 songs in. Yeah. It's like borderline between an EP and an LP, so just get it with the rule. It's like literally the one number where you can call it both. I'm calling it an EP because all the songs are short. But we got a track list here. We got I've not, but I've got it in my head.
I'm on Red Alert.
So we got defeat in 19 seconds. We got the first song, Pulse. We got the second song, Apparitions, which used to be called Steam and Cheese, then was called Cheese, and then I changed it to Apparitions. And then we got Awake.
That's my recommendation now, like,
Yes.
no one calls a song Steve. No one calls a song Cheese.
Right, yeah, it was. The next one's Cosmic. Then Fiction, and then
You gotta
Offers.
get Martin Solrock in on that if you're a Pokemon fan, you know what I mean. Like, literally, in raids, yeah, if you play with the AI in raids.
Do you wanna plug the Pokemon AI?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Pokemon AI. Go and check them out.
There's this AI called Martin, and he has a Solrock, and all it uses is Cosmic Power or Rock Punch. Like, there's nothing, like, and literally, all he does is boost his stats the whole raid and never uses his stats. Like, his EP probably flopped something. Anything else you plug in?
Well, I was gonna go through the rest of my track list, which is Fiction, Opposition, and Outrun. I don't know, I think they're all okay, some better than others. I'd say for recommendations, check out Apparitions, Pulse, and Outrun. But that's the person who made its recommendation.
Yeah, the Pulse, I think it is the first one in Apparitions.
Yeah.
These are my favourites.
And
Like,
that sounds nothing like this one. And then there's the new one coming out next year, which is Mimic. But that'll be next year, so it'll be October until one. It'll be October before one song comes out from there. So
it'll be my birthday, and if anyone wants to buy me a birthday,
I'll buy you the birthday gift of the song being released on your birthday. What about that?
What, Vexor's
Vexor's birthday remix. That was so bad. Anyway, we've talked about ourselves for almost 20 minutes, so let's move on.
Right, so let's go on to the next sort of topic.
Let's get right into the news or something, I don't know. Let's go on about things that have been ruined this year.
Last time we already talked about that.
I mean, other things that have been ruined this year.
Well, the economy. The world itself.
The world is like, what is it? Four little virus outbreaks sort of things have happened. Four. Well, actually, technically three because one of them happened last year, and it's no big thing. But this one.
Yes.
You can only hear when you're speaking. Nobody, everyone. This corona is not going to kill everyone. Corona.
What's the one that I like? Is it Opposition?
Opposition's an old one. I added Opposition.
Okay, Opposition's.
Opposition was a beat that we used.
Maybe it's a week.
Check this channel for that beat. Actually, it won't be. You'll be able to see it, but I can't see anyone in this game. It might be Apparitions because it was Steam Cheese. I'm pretty sure before, and it had the beat. What is this?
It's your song.
Oh, it's really low in it. You can sort of only hear the beat. Is this Awake?
Yes. How about we do Tyler guessing his own song?
Well, you've only got basically Apparitions and Toby and whatever the other one's called to scroll through. Also, check out SoundCloud, which I'm going to be putting my songs on.
Oh god.
Outrun. It came out yesterday, bruv. Why do you think? It has a mad beat later on. Skip to like the middle, but not the middle. A bit before the middle.
There's a bit before the middle.
Anyway, let's stop speaking about ourselves and say things that have been ruined.
Okay.
Other than The Last of Us, things that have been ruined.
This is the one I like, Apparitions.
Yeah, Steam
Did
Cheese.
you rename this?
It was Steam Cheese.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, it says in the comments that I renamed it, so asking me that question is a bit.
I'm playing it on the Switch.
What?
I'll just lower this down from sort of background music.
I guess, but the stream ends in a couple of minutes.
What's the next thing that's happening then?
Things that have been ruined this year, for any reason.
Will Smith started.
Well, yeah.
I can't believe Shane Dawson's coming back again. It was like the
Being a bad man.
Something being milked on.
Bruh. We don't have bruh moments on this channel, okay?
We have mad sentence moments.
Mad sentence moments go on my channel, thank you very much.
No, mad sentence moments go on every single sort of thing that is involved with either you or both.
We need to sort of think of a theme of our podcast, because you know, I think what is it, the kickoff that does football only sort of stuff. You know, we need a theme. I'm gonna do let's just do gaming in general then. In that case, we'll abide by that rule next week, but I feel like we're drawing to a close on this one, so I guess nothing much has been ruined this 2020. Like nothing much has been ruined, to be honest. Like 2020, it's just that sort of pass through of stuff that is currently stopped. It's not ruined in any way. But anyway, you got any closing words?
Check out the new EP when it comes out, and check out my channel, Ikara, TTV Ikara.
I mean, the EP is out, but you know.
Yeah, the EP, there is a PE.
The EP is out, but not on SoundCloud. But you can listen to Pulse on SoundCloud. Very raised eyebrows. I've just not added all the other ones because I couldn't be bothered.
You SoundCloud rapper.
I can probably be able to add Mimic as well, but Mimic, it'll be coming out on the 21st of October, I guess. Well, the first song, and then I'm looking at February for it to be fully out. Something like that. But we'll see you then in the next Stranger Things Live.
Everyone.
Well, what are we calling it now? Mandem Live.
We'll call it MNT Live.
MNT.
MT Live.
MT. Okay. In the next episode of MT Live, we'll be speaking on whatever's happened in the next week, which looks like a lot of things. A lot of stuff is starting in July.
Okay, I'll just redesign the logo so it's like MT and like cool thing.
A lot of stuff is starting at the start of July. So on the the 6th of July, when we'll see you next, we'll speak of those stuff. But for now, we'll see you then. Goodbye, and we'll see you in the next MT Live. That was the cringiest outro.